Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once more, as we continue. Right, so we just finished a Cypher machine. The year is 1921. What do I get to research? Air doctrine would be important. Right, 1917 air doctrine. We'll get the flying circus. Right, October 1st. The power explosion occurred on the 21st of September 1921, when a tower silo storing 4,500 tons of mixture of ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate fertilizer exploded. Wow, killing 500 to 600 people and injuring almost 2,000 more. That was a huge explosion. Okay, yeah, we're having trouble making cash now. Which is really hurting our IC. It's a very vicious cycle. Right, we will not export cash. Oh, you bitch. Right, now we're making cash. Edit default settings. Yeah, just basically counter-espionage. Hello. Finland is at war. Oh, yeah. Okay, good luck with that one. Right, interesting. So for the moment we have a Leninist Bolshevik state. Trotsky. Interesting. Yearly reforms. The taxes need to be hired. Well, brought to game minimum. Invest in the industry. That would be helpful to keep our industry going. Game standard. Right, there we go. It's gonna hurt, but at least we might be able to make more cash. Yeah, goodbye Finland. Right, 0.03. Right. Yeah, you really don't help. Consumer goods needs. That's pretty damn good, actually. It's going to increase our descent, but still, that's worthwhile. Should help us bring down our descent easier. 0.03. At least we got one division. Okay. Morale, softness, 97%. What's the average division? 100. Okay. I think it'd be worthwhile. Hello. The Rapallo Treaty with Soviet Russia. The Treaty of Rapallo was an agreement signed on the 16th of April 1922 between Germany and Russia, under which each renounced all territorial and financial claims against each other following the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk and World War I. The two governments also agreed to normalize their diplomatic relations and cooperate in the spirit of mutual goodwill. Good. Oh, that really does help me a lot. The cash is welcome. Oh, wow. 23. Yeah, that should be okay. That would be really nice. Naval. light cruisers. Cavalry will be brought up to standards. Rhineland. Ah, man. It is pretty difficult dealing with this massive amount of descent. We'll power through. And the Weimar will be victorious. Okay. The descent is coming down nicely, so that's not bad. Alright. Again, if you want to read this, here you go. New friends, new support. That cash will not last much longer. Partisan activity. Yes, it's still pretty bad down here in Breslau. Basically Silesia. Line circus. Formal air doctrine. That would be very nice. I'm going to... excuse me. I'm going to be very interested to see what happens to Russia. Okay, converted carrier. Foundation the Heinkel Company. Lovely. Research the converted carrier. Or the light carrier. Might as well. Yeah, so basically trading supplies. That's about it. Okay. Saudi Arabia. The Raj. So China is divided at the moment, as per usual. The different cliques. Again, the Treaty of Infamy comes back to haunt me. Not helpful. We need to build up our industry in a few years. It's going to be difficult, however. Alright, the policy can be changed. Lovely. We could move towards central planning. I think we'll go towards the free market if we can. But we'll keep heading towards interventionism. There we go. At least it'll reduce the amount of dissent in the future. Foundation of Dornier. Lovely. Bum, 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 bum. Pretty funky music. No, this is not too good. Da, 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, Oktoberfest once again coming around to help me out. The Interwar light cruiser. The destroyers would be quite nice. When is the next research? 23. Okay, that's pretty good. Cavalry. Right, we'll upgrade. Hello. Oh, good. Nice. Very nice. Engineers is something that we have in the military. And they will be quite useful in the future to, well, keep our cohesion. Our organization. I could do with that, actually. Actually, 9. Yeah. Well, there we go. Right. That cash will not last long. Come on. Keep that going down. Right, new chancellor. I'm gonna save here just, so I have a save. The game doesn't really auto-save, or at least the auto-saves don't seem to work. So I just want to have a save every now and then. Right, the early light carrier. Ah, thank God. Bum, 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 bum. Right, the Irish are free. Well, technically. 23 Doctrine. Yep, I'll go for that one. We'll have Max Hoffman, the Hammer of the East. Where is it, Max Hoffman? I can't remember. I think it was Max Hoffman. Foundation of Focke-Wulf. Oh. Right, well that's very interesting. So we have a free island. With George V as king? What? Okay, sure. Totally Irish. Totally bloody Irish. I think that's a little bit of a bug. But the Irish are free. I can't believe the UK gave up Northern Ireland. That's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Already seeing some divergences from history here. Right, we'll get a seaplane. Yes, I know. Bam, bam, bam. Focke-Wulf. Taxes will be game standard. Reforms, obviously, the health. Which is pretty nice. I mean, it's allowing our manpower to grow quite nicely. And manpower will be very, very useful in the future. So I cannot complain. Right, the first NSDAP rally. It's going down slowly but surely. Mm-hmm. 1928. 23. Lovely. Actually, we don't really have anybody who's too good for this one. I suppose we'll go for this one then. Lovely. See, even the Polish are more icy. Dun, 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 dun. 24 research. Get Juncker on that one. Right then, the descent is coming into control. It's going to take a long time though. How's the British Empire doing? SA Terror. Okay, I mean, yeah. Obviously this is France. But they're doing pretty well. Right, the Weimar Cultural Exhibition. There we go. That last song was a bit loud. The USSR is, well, actually, no, are they actually the USSR? Yes, they are the USSR. Interestingly, we're not seeing a Stalin. We're seeing a Leninist USSR with Leon Trotsky. I feel that could be very interesting. We're already seeing quite a few divergences here with the options. Sorry, with the events. And there we go. People protest against reparations. What can I do? Right, cash use increases. That's quite nice. Industry should grow soon enough. Just need to keep working on this. I was not kidding when I said we'd not have many chances to build actual divisions in this time period. It's mostly about micromanaging the economy and just trying to keep afloat. Right, submarine 1924. See what we get then. Activate unit type heavy submarines. Should we work on submarines? Would be quite useful. We need a good navy. So that's why I'm going to invest in carriers. If we can get the navy carriers going, then that would allow me to challenge the Royal Navy. And the French Navy, of course. Right, the Treaty of Infamy. Now, France will be easy to take on. Well, relatively easy. They're not going to be a cakewalk, but they're not going to be able to build up the same as we will in a few years. So who knows? Who knows how we'll go with that one. Right, we have our land doctrine. Himmler joined the NSDAP. Right, the post-Great War tactics. It's 1923, it's a little bit early for that one. 14, this is pretty good. Lovely. It's going down. Okay. Thank you! That's really nice to have. They love to try and steal my blueprints. Yes, I'm surprised that they gave up Ireland. Really surprised on that one. Not even a claim over there. Right, the temporary occupation of the Rhineland. The German government fell into arrears with war reparation payments. In response on the 8th of March 1921, a little bit late, French and Belgian troops moved in to occupy Duisburg and Dusseldorf. On 9th of January 1923, the reparation commissions determined that Germany had willfully held back from making payments due, and 2 days later troops occupied the rest of the Ruhr area. Thus, the Rhineland's richest industrial region now bore, on behalf of Germany, the principal burden of the reparations imposed at Versailles. In the fighting that followed, more than 100 people lost their lives, more than 70,000 were turned out in order to make space for the French and Belgian workers, mostly young men. These suddenly evicted and deprived of their livelihood frequently found themselves homeless, and some ended up joining one or other of the various active Rhinish separatist groups. On the 23rd of October, under the auspices of France, the Rhinish Republic was proclaimed. Great, and we gain a lot of bloody dissent. Right, the red mark. The new Weimar currency. Oh god, it brings dissent down, thank you. Communist uprising in Hamburg. Well, that's good news. I've moved those troops there. So we also have the Rhinish Republic. Indeed. I will send troops to Hamburg to help with the situation. The army will be mobilized. To Hamburg we go. William Marx. The communists will be put down. Right. I'm gonna have to move forces to Munich. Oh, the Biel Hall, push! Ah, great. By 1923, many right-wing parties had gravitated to southern Germany, and primarily Bavaria. Here they were geographically as far away from Berlin, without totally isolating themselves from the German people. One such group was the fledgling NSDAP. It was one of a number of loud right-wing parties. On November 8th and 9th, 1923, a guy named... God damn it. Adolf Hitler used the anger felt against the Berlin government in Bavaria to attempt to overthrow against the regional government in Munich, in prelude to take over the national government. 2 days after the push had failed, the organisers were arrested and charged with treason. Great, more bloody dissent. Yes, the partisans will fall. There we go, the partisans have been wiped out. The Berlin district troops will go and move to Bavaria, to Munich. Right, this is some really funky music. Okay. Try some different songs. That's a little bit of a wrong period and a wrong nation, but oh well. Great, we're heavily in debt. This is not fun. I'm not enjoying the fact that the French are being dicks. Okay, the taxes will be put to minimum. Once again, health reforms. We need this descent under control. It has been bloody painful to try and deal with this descent. But we will rise once more. Okay, Interwar submarine. The day of the Weimar. Submarine. Right, just need to bring cruisers up to technology standards. Okay, protest reparations. After the Dawes plan was put in operation, it became apparent that Germany still could not realistically meet the huge annual repayments, especially over an indefinite period of time. We must protest against the plan or it will ruin our nation. There we go. Joseph Goebbels joined the NSDAP. Essen, their capital. A. Rosenberg, temporary leader of NSDAP. Hitler's trial before the Special People's Court in Munich began in February 1924. Alfred Rosenberg became the temporary leader of the NSDAP. On the 1st of April, Hitler was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment at Landsberg prison. I think he was only, he was given 5 years, but bailout after about 9, I think. Basically, the judiciary process was incredibly in favour of him. There was a huge bias. Okay, Spain's doing okay. I bet they're looking forward to the 30s. Right, come on, I have the same amount of IC as Ireland. This is ridiculous. Actually, I wanted to check how much the IC would be for a new industrial centre. Oh, 24. Research the cavalry. Okay. The new tanks as well. Should upgrade our forces. Right, let's take a look. So if I was to build some industry in Potsdam, it would cost me 7.2 IC? 7.2? Fuck. That's huge. Right, we need more supplies so I can sell them. Probably why the economy is going down the pan. Anti-partisan duty. Yeah, Silesia's a real problem here. We'll have to make do. The NSDAP wins 6.5% of the votes. Oh, we've already heard this one. Oh well. Can I have my land back or what? Christ, is everybody targeting me with their intelligence networks? Leave me alone. Okay, we are producing supplies and we are making cash again. That's very nice. I'd issue currency, but I do not want to get rid of my industrial efficiency. And yeah, I mean, sure, it takes 1% off, but that's only 1. And that's like some industrial efficiency loss forever. So I'm going to try and make it without that. Okay. The Treaty of Infamy. Right, now we're getting closer to the edge of our technology. Need the multi-roll. I'll put Messerschmitts on that one. Right, naval. Anti-submarine warfare equipment needs updated. And there we go. Okie dokie. Right, interventionism is set at 4 now. Okay. I mean, this should make our intelligence network more effective as well. Yeah. It makes it more costly, but still. There we go, Oktoberfest. Right, the economy's working again for the time being. Ah, fuck me. Not by not free. It'll have to do. Oh, thank you for jazz. It's so difficult to bring it under control. So difficult. Right, the Interwar heavy cruiser. Okay. We'll bring you up to scratch. There we go. Right then, guys, as we near the end of the episode, I'd like to thank you so very much for, well, continuing to follow me. And if you'd like to support me and the channel, then you could go ahead and subscribe today if you're new. The end of the Irish Republic. There you go, if you want to read that, there you go, da-da-da-da-da. I didn't get that division. But anyway, yes, thank you so very much for watching. And if you would like to support the channel, you can go ahead and subscribe or become a Patreon backer, which would be absolutely amazing and allows me to continue to do this. So thank you. So I'll play on a little bit longer until the end of the episode then. So if you guys want to let me know what you think so far in the series in the comments, I'd love to know. Leftists. Ah, Joseph Stalin. Right then, goodbye, guys.